Hey guys, welcome to the Ammp podcast. This is the fourth show. I am joined today by the two usuals, Mike Troina and Anthony. Say hello.
Hello.
We are not joined by Merkel today for reasons. So in his place we have Joey Troey, Mike's brother. What's up, Joe?
How's it going? It's good to be here.
In the room.
Everyone. You mean in the studio?
In the studio.
Wink. Now where's Rocky hiding?
That one went right over my head.
He's not
Looney
in the stove.
Tunes?
Oh, and he's in the stove. He's in the stove. I'm sorry, I forgot.
Oh God, get out.
Just leave. Okay, so today we are going to be talking about... Actually, to start, do you guys want to talk about like what games you've been playing recently? Why don't we start with Joey? Since, he's new to the area.
I picked up a PS3 recently because it's at a very cheap price and our PS2 broke, so I'm getting to play a lot of PS2 games.
60 gigabyte one.
Right, so a lot of the used games are on sale, so I picked up this apparently Platinum Hits sniper game. I'm not exactly sure what it's called. It's
Sniper
too
Elite.
easy. I don't know.
V2.
That might be it.
I don't know if it's... I don't know, but it's too easy. It's too easy. You get caught, and they'll all start shooting at you, and then your 100% life will go to 30, and that's your basic. You always heal back to 30, and then you hide, and there's this little bar that goes from red to white, and then it's like you were never there before. Ever. So they turn around from shooting you, going, "Oh, how's your day?" It's like a simple Metal Gear, but with a sniper.
That's what I was thinking. Like, Metal Gear! Whose footprints are these? The hell? I didn't expect that.
Okay, he's not here.
Yeah, what was that noise? Looks, goes away. Oh, I guess it was nothing.
Yeah.
So anything else cool you're playing?
No, I'm playing a lot of throwbacks. I'm playing
Throwbacks,
Rainbow Six Vegas 2 with Mike right now.
Oh, it's co-op?
Yeah, Rainbow Six Vegas 2 is co-op. So is Rainbow Six Vegas.
And the
Oh,
achievements
yeah,
are
play.
both sides. So the main player and the sidekick and the sidekick.
Yeah, so they actually want you to play as the second player. I guess you played as Bishop, the first player guy. Like, I was playing with him, I got like 2 achievements. I was like, the hell, I beat this game already. And it was like, no, play as Bishop's teammate. And I was like, oh, because you can't, like, when you play as Bishop, like, Joey can be like, yo, you two bitches go in the corner, I'll snake camp through the door, and go out of my signal. That's a signal.
They do that in Gears of War also. You play as Marcus, and you play as Dom, and you complete the levels, and you get the achievements based on who you're playing as.
Oh, really?
So they
That's
have
awesome.
that too. So that's pretty cool. So, anything else, or just like that's it?
Not really, just
Usual smash.
brawling.
Okay, yes, always brawl's good. What about you, Anthony? Anything cool you playing?
Resogun. Just been playing that like a beast. Almost done. Almost finished 5 levels. It's harder than it sounds. But been playing that and Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic.
There's 2 of those, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the first one, the one that came out like 10 years ago.
KOTOR 1.
Yes,
Got it.
I downloaded it off Steam, so I set it up nice, and I'm going to play it, and I want to see if it still holds up 10 years later. If it was me being 13 and loving that game, and I don't know if it was because I was 13 that I love that game that much, or if it's really that good, but I'm excited to go through that again.
I was gonna ask, so like you're seeing if this game holds up. Like you're a Zelda guy. You like Ocarina of Time. You think that still holds up till today?
You know
it's
what?
one of those rare exception games that do.
I never played Ocarina of Time fully on N64. I played a little bit, like here and there. Even Majora's Mask, I played a little bit. But
Don't
when
want you
it
to miss out on that one.
well, but when it came out on 3DS, I picked up that and I loved it.
Yeah. Okay. See, that's one of those games that just hold up. You know what I mean?
It's very simple for the time, but it's just fun to play. It's not like overly complicated, too many systems, but
I mean, like the way I look at it, it's like it's simple now, but like back then,
Oh,
it was just like what. Like
it hasn't been done before.
Yeah, like that's how a 3D World game should be. You know what I mean? It's just like back then, like 3D World was like, okay, I'm just gonna kind of go level to level in the 3D World kind of thing. This one I was just like, yo, here you go.
That was the original open world game.
Yeah,
You had Hyrule Field, and it was like different paths, and you can go left and right, different areas.
And Super Mario 64 too.
Yeah.
Nintendo was
man.
on top of their game.
That's what Mark just completed. We were talking about that last week.
Yes.
You put your best out videos.
Yes, because, me and Merc have not recorded anything for about a week now, and we missed 2 days, even though we're supposed to upload daily.
Look at this guy, so happy. Me and Billy, like, never record. I'm like, Billy, upload? Okay. 2 weeks later, finally there's one. Okay.
No, but when we started in July, we were like, do you want to just put a video a day up? Because we have 16 videos that we're just going to sit there for a month and a half. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And
I
now
know you had Mickey Mouse.
Did you
Mark.
did you realize that you were going to go through them very quickly?
Yeah, but I mean, if you record once or twice a week, you get 9 videos or something.
Oh,
So you're good for the whole week like that.
If you don't record in 15-minute segment and cut it off. It's like, all right, 15 or 10 minutes done or level done. redo it, then do it. And sometimes you just get in the zone. And you're just like, oh, can't stop to that.
It's like you just sprint through like 5 playthroughs of one thing, you know?
Yeah, no, the thing with the Star Fox one I just put up, like, we're literally at the final video. We only have, we just put the third one up. It's like, we just beat, you know, you beat it in 30 minutes. It's like, okay. Now we have 5 videos. It's going to take longer than it would have took to beat the game, alright, to upload them, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
But well, I've been playing, I got Gravity Rush for free on PS Plus, so I find it, because
I liked it, but it couldn't hold my attention. Like, I thought the physics were cool, the whole...
Yeah, I'll agree on that. The story and characters are so bland, you know?
I understand what they were going for, like an otherworldly type thing with the black monsters.
It just didn't work, though.
Yeah, I was like, it's cool, and I don't know how far you got, but like...
I was like chapter 15 or something.
Oh, so you probably got further than I did. But I like the fact that the world, like, came together, like... You had sections at a time. And
and you kept bringing them together.
Yeah,
no, I mean, like, I'll agree with you that, like, obviously, like, I like how they didn't force you to use gyroscope either, dude.
Yeah,
shit, like,
thank God.
Oh, God, like, Uncharted with that, or the Uncharted force touchscreen, because I had to, platinum it. I had to get the bounties.
Platinum, everyone. Hate to platinum it.
I get 100% like usual, you know. And my 10th straight, because I also speed ran Sonic 2. Beat it under now.
Well, aren't you cool?
Thank you. Alright. But, like... With Uncharted, like, they had those things with the bounties. Those are just random drops. It's not like the treasures you could find them. So I'm just literally every day, restart checkpoint. Do, kill everyone. Didn't get it. Restart checkpoint. Do, restart checkpoint. I was like, I'm not going to do it. Like, I literally thought I wasn't going to make it. And then it was like, you know, those dumb segments when you have to balance yourself.
Yeah, I hated that.
Then with Gravity Rush, it's like, okay, you can use the right stick as a camera. Like, it should be used.
Right.
And I was like, thank you for this. So, controls are good, but it's like... It doesn't have that much, like, you know... If I really wasn't 100% whore, I'd probably just beat it and dump it.
You seem like a trooper that even if you don't like the game, you're going to sit there and finish it no matter what.
The last of my story...
Fantasy 13.
Oh, God. He watched me play 13. He was full. He's like, this is awful. Like,
but then why?
Because once he starts playing and gets a single achievement, he can't delete it.
Yeah.
So he has to go back and 100% it achievement-wise.
Thank you. Okay? It's a con, because then someday somebody's going to be like, hey, what a lovely day. Whoa, is that Mike's PSN profile? 0% or 1%?
0.2%? Oh my god, this guy sucks at games.
Yeah.
I'm judging you.
Exactly. Yeah, but no, I mean, look, also, I mean, this one I didn't buy, but most of the time I also tell myself, like, hey, I bought this game, I'm gonna play it. And then,
well, if you spend the money, it's...
Yeah, then it's like, that's, like, with the Last of Us thing, it's like, oh, like, people always tell me, it's like, oh, you didn't like it, yeah, you planned it. I was like, I didn't enjoy any minute I freaking did it, but I did it because I'm a jackass, okay, and I have to do it. Like, I've come to terms I'm a douche, but, you know, that's what one with Zen, okay?
One with the douche in it.
I can be giggity.
So, Phil, what are you playing?
What have I been playing? Well... I actually also opened up my PS3, my brother's PS3.
About time again.
We had it for like a year, just kind of sitting there doing nothing. So when the PS4 came out, I decided, you know what? I think I'll open the PlayStation 3.
I don't want to hear Joey's comedy story.
I've been playing a lot of Mortal Kombat, actually. Like the story mode in that, and like just getting good with Cyrax, because he's awesome. Also, you guys just saw me, I was playing Mortal Kombat Mythology, Sub-Zero, on an emulator on my computer. And that's the only way I can play it. I don't have any.
But Phil totally owned it, right?
I did. I'm playing on very hard with only one continue and normal set of lives. So shut up.
Yeah.
And I was also playing Super Smash Bros. Brawl with one of my friends, my brother's friends, the other day, who's really good. So that was fun. Just, you know.
I feel like we all like.
It's so hard finding people good at that game. I mean, I'm in college now. It's just terrible winning so much.
Like, people love it, right?
Guys, it's so boring. I gotta tell you. Like, it was fun at first. You know, everyone was like, "Oh man, Joey can't lose." Now it's like, "Oh, Joey can't lose."
You know what it is? I was talking to somebody at work about this. Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, you actually have to know the combos if you want to be good. Like, you have to memorize the 6-layer combo, up, down, whatever. But like Super Smash Brothers, you don't have to memorize any combo. Exactly. So anybody...
That's not entirely true.
Hold on. Super Smash Brothers, you don't really need to memorize combos. Anybody can play and I think that's the problem, or that's why it's so good. That's why everybody likes that game, because, you could just run around and hit A and you could make stuff happen. But if you're good, like you, and you play for years and years and years, you understand the combos, each character, how they work. Me, I play Sheik. and I just run around and
all he does is use the forward tilt with Sheik, which traps you, and then he just does some
The
smack.
kick?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
man.
gay kick.
You know what?
I'm not saying all the girls I play with do the same thing. No
Get
shots,
sassy
no
here.
shots.
But then you lose to them, and then you can,
But
say what's up.
But honestly, I hate fighting games. But the Super Smash Bros. Is the only fighting game that I could play every single day without even thinking. Like I know I suck at Super Smash Bros. But I'll go and play. Like Phil's really good. I'll play against Phil, and I'll never be like, oh man, I hate my life. I'm gonna go jump off the bridge. No, I'm enjoying myself for what I know,
Right.
and it's more accessible than like Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter.
Well, it's not like you're horrible either. It's like you still understand the fundamentals and you get the game. Like he's talking about like people like, oh man, I love Super Smash Bros. And it's just like, I'll just keep getting punching or how do I
jump and do the up B thing? Well, you just said it. It's up B. But the great thing about Super Smash Bros. Is that it's very simplistic for new players. It's
like Phil, you gotta quote I quoted.
I gotta quote myself. It's like it's easy to learn, but it's hard to master.
Of course.
That's the thing. It's like it's so simple to learn the game. It's like okay, A, B, and block and a direction, and that's basically it.
Yeah.
And one of the best things about the game is dodge.
Yeah.
I mean, what other fighting game can you think that has dodge? And,
Yeah.
and
if you're good, you could completely go around people.
Exactly. You could throw
It opens
combos
a new
in there.
plane. Yeah,
exactly.
But yeah, like my other favorite fighting game is Marvel vs. Capcom 2. There's no dodge per se. Like you learn you learn combos. It takes you forever to get good at those games though. Honestly, I was horrible at MVC 2.
Where your curly mustache at?
Yeah.
You remember that guy?
Oh god.
You know what I like? One last thing about Smash. All the characters are fair. In Brawl, Meta Knight. Yeah, he's really cheap, but you can still beat him.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying? Like at the
you can't beat Team Sandbags in Marvel vs. Capcom 2 with other people.
If I can jump in here a second, I have to disagree with that because there are a lot of characters that are really broken that you can abuse. Like if you ever play when you talk about the metagame of something, it's like at its highest level. If you play like an ice climber, like a professional player ice climber, you have no chance. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because of the grab. Yeah. Same thing with like a professional Meta Knight player. Even that's why they have those rankings, So if you have the best Meta Knight in the world versus the best Luigi in the world, odds are the best Meta Knight is gonna win because
And that's just simple statistics, though. Skills could come out. That's kind of like putting the program of the best Meta Knight and best that. Things happen in the game. Factors like, oh, I missed a ledge, or whoops, forgot to dodge, or finger slipping. Like, remember when I went to dodge?
Or Mario Kart Eye.
Yeah, Mario Kart. That's the most common thing for Mario Kart people.
But I feel like still some characters are going to be better than
naturally, I agree on that. But what he's trying to say is there's still a chance, though.
Right. If we put two level 9s against each other, it's not going to be... someone's not going to be 0-10. Like, if we put Luigi and Meta Knight, they're not going to be 0-10.
Well, if you put like Meta Knight and I don't know, say...
Jigglypuff?
Even Jigglypuff or something like that. It's like, alright, odds are it's going to be favor of, not Jigglypuff.
I feel like the computer tries to randomize that a bit.
Though, well, you got to play Project M, which we just talked about.
I played it a little bit. I played the computer. I played Squirtle, actually.
Oh, yeah, and then they wave dash
what they were doing to me. It was like...
Yeah, they're wave dash and L canceling and meteor. Like, the computers you're fighting, Brawl, regular Smash games, they're like, alright, we know combos, we can hit you up a bit, but it's not like... When Project M, they're like, hey, you're actually playing somebody now. It's like, oh yeah, I'll jump throw, down throw you, wave dash, L cancel. Oh, okay, that's
level 9s in the first Smash game were pretty hard.
Well, it's first Smash is it's not the dodge element really. It's more like who's the best juggler
or distance. I remember spamming the bombs with Link, and you could do that.
Yeah, if you knew distance or you knew how to juggle people, keep them in the air. I told you, first Smash Bros. Air game, man. All right,
it's true.
But, you're absolutely right. And grabbing, too.
Yeah. When we did that in the stream, we were just like, I'll grab you first. No, I grabbed you.
It's a lot of, I'm going to block your attack with a shield, then press A to grab you out of it. And if you're Mario, it's like, back throw, and I died at 2%.
Yo, it's so odd, though. I still can't get used to the shield thing. I feel like you're a sitting duck there, though. I mean, you use it a lot, and it's just like... When you could dodge or roll, I'd rather do that than shield, you know what I mean?
I think it's for that 1 second where,
just
I know you're coming.
It's kind of a counter, yeah. But what I've noticed is, it's time
to recover. They're like a Dragon Ball Z move. You're like,
yeah, you gotta, burst the shield kind of thing. But, what was I gonna say? Something about dodging.
You've noticed something about
I've noticed... yes, this is what I'm gonna say. Sometimes there's certain attacks that last so long that even if you dodge them perfectly, you'll return to being vulnerable, and you'll still get hit from it, even if you dodge it right. And
Well,
it's like,
I know
Dodge
what
Master him. No, when those
No.
down A's when you're stuck in near the character, and if he swings both ways, you still get hit. Like that bothers the crap out
Well,
of me. Or
think
the
about-
characters with back.
Like, think about Sheik. When Sheik and you spam that A, and then if you move like
A little
half an
bit, you
inch,
get warped right back in.
if you move a half of an inch out, though, I'm stuck in that loop for like 2 seconds.
Oh
It's like-
yeah, I forgot.
And then you could just wham.
One thing that bothers me, that it's not really a problem with the game, just bothers the hell out of me, is the delay attack with Ike, DDD.
Oh, those kind of
what do
things.
you mean
where it's like-
exactly?
So Ike will come up, and then you'll dodge perfectly, but it's a delay because
'Cause
he has a
he's
heavy
slower.
sword.
yeah, that's
Phil
more-
told me that
it
when I
gets
did
me a
that when I
lot.
won that Smash tournament. He's like, dude, your reaction time for Ike is like a normal one. Just
Yeah,
do
you
it
have
slower.
to delay. Or
It's
what
a
I've
rush.
noticed with those
Yeah.
kind of characters, also rather than trying to dodge them, you're better off just shielding them normally.
Yeah.
Because like you
Shield,
try to dodge
shield,
and
shield.
you'll do it too early, and then like you said, you get hit with Ike's like mega forward A.
Yeah, and that gets you. But let me ask you guys something. We all played the original game, right? The first
Yeah.
Smash?
Yeah.
Out of all 12 characters, who do you think has stayed where it is? Because, like, Mario, from the first game to the second game to the third game, he declined. In Brawl, he's not as good as he was in Melee. you know what I'm saying?
I
Link,
know it's true.
Link got slower.
Link did get, like...
But Link was really good at melee. though.
Link's classic move was the 3-hit.
Yeah, he was like
with
the
the
first-
shank, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And they
The
took that
ultimate-
away,
Honestly,
you know?
I
The
like
tri-shank.
I like what they did in Brawl with him. I don't like the like the
You don't like that?
continuous
I love
attack. I
that.
prefer the 3-hit thing.
Well, you know why it was better though in the old ones? Because it was like if people didn't tech correctly or got out of it, you would just juggle it with the triple hit. It was like only him.
When you get
through all
between
the
a wall
characters.
and Link, oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, you were done. And like Hyrule Castle at 64, then you just triple them. It's like, oh, blah, blah, please.
The Twisted would come and save you.
Yeah,
But
it's
his
like-
offset was that his up B was absolutely terrible. You couldn't get
Yeah.
back.
But see, that's what makes this game fair. There's offsetting things. It's like, oh man, he can juggle me forever, but
But
he'll
if
never.
I knock him out, he can't really come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all right, so we all played Project M. How did everyone feel about it, like so far?
Did we
I
even
liked
answer
it.
Joey's question? Like, who hasn't
One
changed
person
much?
did Link.
Oh, wasn't changed. I was gonna say probably Luigi. Probably been a most.
I was gonna say
changed.
Luigi and Samus. I feel like Samus. Is,
Oh yeah. I
Or
would
maybe
agree.
Samus has
If
gotten
I
a
think
little
about
better.
it like that, then DK, he has all the same attacks.
Yeah. Oh, DK's actually. Yeah.
The only difference he has is in the first game he slaps, and this one he claps. In the first
Yeah.
game,
Oh, you know. Oh, I thought it was just because they couldn't actually do that, so they just gave him a
I
jump.
thought it was
shot.
because Donkey Konga, to be honest.
Well, I think even the game itself has just gotten a little faster.
Yeah.
Like, if you try playing the freaking 64 version of the game, you're like, I can't move. Damn it!
I'll be Captain Trumpy. It's the most normal speed
And
now.
then, and then you jump to melee, and it's like super fast motion. Then you
Mhm.
jump to brawl, and it's like kind of a happy medium.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
I-
I was gonna say between Project M and Brawl, I think if they add, I really like some changes Project M did, but I really don't like some other ones.
yeah,
You,
I agree.
you know
with
what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, it's not the best thing. It's kind of a cool addition to a game.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like a different mode.
They added stuff that we wanted to see, like Mewtwo and different costumes and different stages. Like we've always wanted to
3D
do
camera.
that stuff. Exactly.
Yeah, and full replay. That's the best thing. Like that. I
Full
hated that.
rotation on start.
Yeah, no, I said no. I'm just talking about like you can replay anything, so you don't miss out anymore.
Yeah,
like
the
those epic
stupid-
like 8-minute duels.
Yeah, the stupid thing with Brawl is like, okay, this video went longer than 3 minutes. Oh, I can't save it for you.
Oh, it was the greatest ending of all time with double electric knee Captain Falcon meteor. How is that even possible? Well, 3 minutes and 1 second. Lost it.
That's why every time I play original Brawl, it's like something cool happened. Quick, end the game. You know?
Everyone died. Oh.
Exactly.
So do you think with Project M and they actually tweaked it to what people wanted? So do you think for the next Super Smash Bros. They're gonna at least kind of understand like, all right, our last game wasn't up to people's expectations.
You mean the developers?
Yes.
I was thinking about this. You know, like I want to go first. I think what Project M did was appease the melee people, like the pro melee people. Like,
Yeah.
oh, Bro's not that good anymore. Like, if you talk to anybody, I think everybody loved Brawl generally. Like, maybe just because it's a Super Smash Bros. Maybe because of the name.
Maybe
but
just
Brawl
because it
is
was on the Wii Mote, people
Yeah,
felt
right.
different.
yeah. It's still a great game. Like, honestly, like, I didn't hear anyone complain. Like, later on, people were like, alright, maybe it's a little easier. Like, a lot of melee lovers were starting to hate Brawl, but you still find a lot of people enjoy the game. Like, hell, I love playing Brawl, like, all the time. Like, I'd rather just go everywhere and
It
bring my
doesn't
Wii.
get old.
Yeah, it doesn't get old.
I know, but-
Melee feels a little old now, you know?
Yeah, but like it was so long and boring to beat Brawl.
Yeah, no, they messed up single player. We talked about that last time when they need to
It
refix
was
everything.
really
Yeah.
long. It drags, and then
You
they
mean-
added.
You mean classic or the subspace?
No, both. They ruined
Subspace
classic mode.
it was cool, you know, but then classic mode was so long because they tried throwing in all characters and they had multiple team battles. They had
No,
they
they
had
didn't
two
make it
break
like
the
classic
targets
mode
in
though.
one.
They
What?
remember they didn't make it like classic mode. They only did regular fight,
Mhm.
team fight, giant fight, then repeat. Then it was
Yeah,
and they did 13 instead of 7 stages. And then, like Joey said, there's like 35 characters. So I mean, even if you did 35 times 10, it's 350 times. You're freaking just.
Yeah, it's very.
And then
cool.
you're like, all right, and then like, yeah, you're gonna do one mode on probably intense or very hard, you know, because you gotta get the trophies for it.
boss
Yeah.
battle, intense.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
you know we had to get all the trophies.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like
You
I mean,
know
you know who you're living with, right? Yeah, okay.
And boss battles are very hard. Oh man,
No, but like Phil, I mean, from your little brief play, how'd you like feel about it? Like, is this what you want to see?
Project
in Smash?
M?
Yeah. Did you do? Is this the type of gravity you want to see in Smash 4? Or should the continuous air dodging still exist? You know.
I have to agree with what Joey said. Like, there are some changes that I definitely like that they made in the game. Other things that I don't necessarily agree with, like this whole, like the way they brought the air dodge system back is the same way as in Melee. Like,
Yeah,
the
that's a step
one
back.
dodge. Yeah, I agree with you on that. It's a bit of a step back. I understand why they did it. I think one thing that they maybe would have done differently with that is like maybe limit the time in between them.
I was thinking the same thing sitting in this chair right now.
Oh
I was thinking
wait,
the
what
same-
time?
Between
Yeah.
okay, you air dodge once and you can't air dodge for a set amount of time again while you're in the air.
Okay, that's
You know what I'm
fair.
saying? Like
Yeah,
rather
they-
than paralyze you once you air dodge, you're like, oh no.
They
I'm
did
gonna
increase
die.
the range of the movement though. I've noticed that. Like I
Right.
could move a lot further.
But if you play multiplayer and someone jumps up to give you an electric knee from Captain Falcon, you dodge that. Someone's waiting for you right
Oh
in
yeah,
your
yeah,
bottom.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That was it.
Yeah.
That's a
It
problem.
leaves you vulnerable.
Yeah, no, I agree on that. I mean, what I think what you said was the best though, Joey, is that it hit what fans want. Like I'm not talking about Melee fans. I'm just talking about like people who love Nintendo in general. Like when we saw Mr. L Luigi costume, or when we
Yeah,
saw
The
like
costumes in that game are really cool.
yeah, the
Exactly.
Mewtwo, like, I mean, Mewtwo were more distinct, but when they had, like, the Mewtwo Pokemon costume, it's like, oh, crap,
The
you know what I
robot
mean?
one.
Yeah, yeah, and then they had the old stages, you know?
See, to me, it feels more accessible because all I did was play as Link in the first game. That because he was my character, he was my guy. I liked him so much. And then in the GameCube version, I played as Sheik. Sheik was really fast and a lot of fun. Link was too slow.
Mhm.
And then in Project M, I felt like they were both supposed to be that way. Like Sheik
Okay.
was faster and Link was faster. So I could see myself playing as both of them now.
Mhm.
So I feel like I'm not a hardcore Super Smash Bros. Player, but
It's like a mode you could definitely play.
Of course,
You know,
like,
you would
I-
be
I-
like, oh.
I don't have to only stick to Sheik now because I like the way she feels. Like
That's-
I could play as Link or like I never played as anybody else, but maybe Mario's better to me now. you
Yeah,
know?
because he has the tornado. But I was going to say one last thing. We forgot to answer the original question. I don't think the developers are going to look at it. Maybe, like, the gravity, but I think I like it. It's faster. You know what I mean? I do like it, but the thing is with Brawl, too, a lot of people can recover, you know, like, oh, it's annoying, anyone can recover. But the one thing I did like about it, it was like, if you killed the guy, though, it's like, I actually had to work for this kill. Because, like, when you hit, like, me and Joe were doing a Luigi Mario match, he had, like, 136, but I hit him from I was on the far left side, and I did a smash attack, and he went to the right. It probably didn't kill him because I didn't get a good hit on him. He can recover back, you know, one jump, Luigi missile, tornado, jump back, and it's like, all right, fine. I didn't deserve that kill because you were on this side of the stage,
And I
was
should have
back.
hit you on the other side.
Yeah, yeah, you know, it's like those kind of things. And it's like each kill is kind of deserving. Yeah, sometimes you get like a bitch cheap kill, like, well, backswing, yeah. And then you go the other way, you're like, all right. But see, Melee, I felt like nobody ever recovered, okay?
Yeah, that's the
ever.
problem with Project M. I feel like if you play like I was playing
On a
before
bigger
I came,
stage, you're done.
it teases you because you don't make it to the ledge, but you're almost there.
And then they went back again. Remember, they can't grab the ledge if you're facing
Yeah,
the back.
they
I
don't,
hate that.
That's one thing. I wasn't gonna say that, but now you bring it up. Like when I would play Melee at Video Game Club in high school, like a lot of times,
Video Game Club.
wasn't.
like you okay, you're facing a Mario or something.
Yeah.
You're about to make it back to the edge, and with Luigi, you know, it's a straight up B.
Yeah.
So then you immediately get caped. You face the wrong direction, and you can't grab the edge.
Yeah.
And it's like it's kind of a bitch move But it's also annoying because, like, okay, I'm there, I'm at the edge, I should be able to grab it. And another thing that took away in Project M is, like, you know how you kind of, like, magnetize towards the edge?
Yeah, a little bit. I know that feel. You sometimes jump over it now all the time. That happens to
all
me.
the time. All the time.
Yeah, it's like...
That's why people with swords right now are deadly.
Yeah, like, literally, like, I'm just... Like, when I was playing him, I was like, oh... Like, he would charge in ways. He knew 80% of the time you're going to over-jump the ledge, which never happens. Magnetizing to the ledge is, like... It's so key because it gives you that second to either think of a recover or something like that.
Well, it forces you to play differently. Like, you won't, like, okay, I'm right under the edge, I'm going to use my up B and get to it. It makes you kind of, okay, I'm going to wait until I have enough room to land on the edge without getting hit from an edge guarding attack. You know
From what you guys are talking about, it seems like they actually tweaked the game to make it more professional.
They tweaked it to kind of appease to, like, the competitive side of the Super Smash Bros.
Of
Melee
the melee
players.
people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like, that's why, like, Evo had melee, not brawl, you know? It's like, you know what, in my opinion, these things are going to become obsolete anyway, because we're going to get Smash 4 pretty soon. Right. And I don't think people are going to be like, oh, I want to go back to brawl. If they're going to stick to melee, then stick to melee, you know?
And to answer, Anthony, your question about what the developer is going to do, I think they will take into consideration some of the changes that we see, but I don't think it's going to be, like, a heavy, like... changes based on Project M. I think they're going to look at it and just see what the fans really like. Like, okay, I like the way Samus plays now. When she rolls, she doesn't turn into a ball, you know? Like, she just does the normal thing. Or maybe small things like that. I don't think we're going to see anything major. Like this air dodging crap, the way it's changed now, I don't think that's
I was going to say, we're like business econ major. Would you rather appeal to a small crowd or the wider audience?
Of course, you have to pick the wider.
Yeah, and it's like, look, while these changes are cool, it's like, the majority of these people
they're gonna want this.
Like, they can tweak one or two things like Phil said, like, oh, maybe people like that. But it hasn't got that rave of reviews either. I haven't heard like people like, oh my god, Project M. You know, it came out and had that release hype, but at the same time, it's not like a lasting hype.
Well, the awesome thing about Project M, I thought when me and Michael turned it on for the first time, we literally went through all the characters looking for different costumes.
And different moves.
That's what I did too.
Awesome.
And the
Toon Link's different one. When they brought back Ocarina of Time, Link, that was awesome.
Yeah,
you know, different Luigi, like we said, different Peach, Skull Bowser.
That was awesome.
Exactly.
And the Donkey Kong.
The Donkey Kong was great.
Yeah, like, we finally figured out what it was from Punch Out Wii.
Okay.
Yeah, and like if they can incorporate that, that's fine with me. You know, it's just like at first I was thinking about before the first Smash game, like. It could be used as a selling tool because if you think about it, you know, they created the game, we had all the regulars, and they threw in Captain Falcon. And I had no idea what Captain Falcon was. But for GameCube, they made an F-Zero game.
Well, they
didn't make it off popularity of F-Zero, the first one.
It's just everyone loves
Captain Falcon.
Like,
Falcon, you know what exactly. Everybody says that. You play the game or not, you hear people say Falcon Punch. You know, and so maybe that's why I think the Smash 4 is gonna have these characters that we're not gonna like the Wii Fit trainer. Like, maybe that was something different.
And the female Wii Fit trainer.
Exactly.
Well, I think are those costumes or they're actually different characters?
I don't know.
I heard it was a costume. That's what I've heard.
It makes sense if it was a costume.
That's what I've heard.
So depending on
it's like a Wario type costume.
Right, you don't want to waste a
Wario
character slot for that. I guarantee you they're
what
gonna
about
have
Rosalina?
They're gonna have different characters for.
They have too many Mario now. Like I love Mario, and they have too many Mario.
Yeah,
Rosalina
was
was not
6
needed
at this point.
Mario, Luigi, Bowser, Peach, Yoshi,
Wario, Donkey Kong.
There you go.
Well, Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong's his own himself now, but then Rosalina's at least 7, so she's the 7th.
And you got 2 princesses. You don't need to. They just put Rosalina in 3D World. And
come on, people like
spoiler
Peach.
Alert.
Peach is great. She's a good character.
I know, that's what I'm saying. People like Peach. It's not like we needed Rosalina.
And she's one for the girls, too.
That's what I think it comes down to.
But Samus is like the best girl.
I had no idea who Samus was before I played the N64 Smash.
Nobody knew Samus was a girl.
They have Zero Suit Samus now, and everyone's like,
now they do.
Oh my god, Zero Suit Samus.
It's like no suit.
But I could see it being more that fact. It's like, alright, you have like whatever. Let's say if I had a little sister and she was 10, it's like, oh, I want to play the princess.
I want to play as Rosalina.
It's like.
That's why I'm.
But you have Jigglypuff, you got Pikachu.
If I had a 10-year-old sister, she would have no idea who
How about this?
Pick Zelda.
How about this? Yeah, besides Zelda. How about this? Pokemon trainer, right? But one of the costumes is the female trainer, like Lyra, like Crystal.
Pokemon trainer is worthless because
all it
is
saying kids like Pokemon, but you know, and a lot of people are stupid, like Ash, you know, and everyone knows it's red, but have
Right.
you know, in most Pokemon games, there's boy and girl. Like one of the colleges is making a girl one that technically appeals to people like, oh, be the girl Pokemon. Yes, it means nothing, but at the same time, they see the girl trainer and they go because people when talk about Pokemon trainer, they don't talk about Charizard, Squirtle, Ivysaur. They talk about Pokemon trainer literally. Like an idiot, but we know it's the Pokemon, but at the same time, people don't know that.
Though.
People don't know that. If you say, hey, there's a female kanji for Pokemon trainer, most of these people reading this thing will think, hey, there's the female Pokemon trainers in this game now.
So does that mean I'm playing as a female Ivysaur, Squirtle, and Charizard?
Probably, if you want to think that.
It could.
Well, I want to think that now. Maybe they're all females, and the trainer's the only
I believe
male.
Jigglypuff.
Whoa.
I believe Jigglypuff is a girl when I play as her.
Pikachu is just androgynous at this point. It's like,
a
alright.
mouse.
I believe it's Ash's Pikachu. I believe it's Ash's Pikachu
So
because that's what I want it to be.
It's a male.
Exactly. I want it to be Ash's
The only
Pikachu.
time
that's
Ash
the
is
point.
Pikachu with his hat. And he's
Okay,
all like,
so that's your own opinion, you know?
yeah, see, that's the thing.
That's
It's
the
like,
costume you want to play as.
that's why we don't need another female, in a sense, a female character. I'm not throwing it off. Like, I'd rather have Dixie Kong rather than Rosalina.
Hell yeah, I'd rather have
Yeah,
Dixie Kong.
that's freaking.
But it
You hear us, Nintendo?
Yeah, Cranky Kong and Dixie.
it could also come down to that they're really running out of characters. Like you said, they have
But they're
6
cutting characters.
And I think they should be cutting
There's
characters.
mad characters. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
what was the total roster of the last
It's
one?
the last
35
one
or
is-
36.
Yeah, but if you count all the characters that aren't on the selection screen, it becomes more.
Like
There's-
the
You
hidden
mean,
characters?
you mean if you go through
Oh, you're
the
talking about the
credits?
assist trophies?
No,
Like
no, no, no,
Waluigi
no, no.
and
If
Shadow?
you count,
No, I mean like
if you
playable
count
characters.
the Pokemon trainer as 3 separate characters or Samus as 2 separate characters,
Oh,
how does
Oh,
that
no,
work?
we don't count that. That's the
Nah,
thing.
I would say just like
They're part of the same coin.
I'd say
bro.
Pokemon Trainer is one.
So-
Zero Suit Samus could be a difference. 'Cause
Yeah,
I'm
that's the
like-
only difference I would give. Like Sheik and Zelda, you can transform any time. Like Zero Suit Samus,
Right.
unless you have a Smash Ball and you start off with Zero Suit Samus, you're not going to become Samus
So there's
again.
30 characters, right? And I feel like
30 plus. Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
so almost a third of them are Mario characters. Like, isn't that crazy?
Like original
it's like a
Nintendo or Mario?
Like
No,
Mario,
Like
Mario.
Mario, Luigi, Peach,
Yeah.
Bowser,
So
Yeah, but like,
34, and
alright.
Rosalina's
alright, they wanted to put Bowser in the original game.
Okay, well Mario's
Uh,
the most name-faced guy. You
but
need,
yeah,
you
you-
need Mario, Star
It's
Fox,
called
and
Smash
and Link.
Bros for a reason.
right.
No, it's
You know?
Mario Smash.
But
Bros.
that
No, I was like, what?
Jerk.
but that original roster always has to be in no matter
Yeah, the
what.
I
original
agree.
12.
That's why when people are like get rid of Jigglypuff, I'm like, nope.
No.
Even I hate Jigglypuff, but I love her. Right?
Lord of all evil.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, and then you look at, so then how many characters do you have left over? Maybe like 20 left over. And then it's like, then you're starting to add the Mario characters, which you kind of have to because it's a Nintendo system, so it makes sense from that standpoint anyway. It's like, they're going to keep their baby close.
Well, they got Sonic back. That's a big thing. Like Sonic's almost now. Nintendo.
I could understand why Sonic is in the game because Mario and Sonic, they have the
And-
Olympic
and-
Games.
No,
Right.
and there's a lot of Sonic exclusive Nintendo titles like Sonic Colors and Lost World. Those are
Oh,
only on
right.
Nintendo systems.
But like, why is Solid Snake in the game?
well, he was
He
in
was-
it-
I was
he was on the
surprised.
original Nintendo NES.
And the creator,
He asked him.
to be in Melee, but at that point he was too late, so they put him in Brawl.
Yeah, it was like
Oh.
a favor because Kojima's awesome.
But like, honestly, well, yeah.
yeah,
but-
I say.
My question here, like, if I knew we were gonna have this conversation, I like.
Wrote
it-
notes.
No.
Yeah, he would put a point blank.
If I could, I would print out like just the whole character selection and put it on the table and say, who would you take out?
Oh yeah.
At this
You
point,
know?
like you gotta. I was thinking about this last night actually.
Mhm.
Like the original 12, obviously going to be in the game,
Okay.
and then think about the characters who were in both Melee and Brawl, and then most likely a bunch of those are going to stay in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't have like off the top of my head. I don't know.
Marth?
Marth is. he's
Mark
already
has to stay.
confirmed.
Mark's gonna be in the new game actually for the Wii U.
Exactly.
And he's
you
confirmed
gotta
already.
think of the games that were
Yeah,
just
no, I was
made.
gonna say before you say that, two things. One, you gotta think what's popular in the market right
Right.
now, so they can promote it. And second, okay, you have to go by your popular franchise percentage. Mario's their most popular one, so they have to be overrepresented. In it. Pokemon is next popular, thus in turn they have the most. Legend of Zelda will come next. They are like that. See, and then it goes by percentage wise, and then you fill it to
Right.
100%. And so it's like Mario takes 27% of said Smash,
Yeah, makes
and
sense.
Pokemon would take like 18%. You know what I mean? Now
Right.
you have 65 more percent to work with other characters like
I still
that.
feel though that Toon Link is.
You have
it's
to keep
not.
Now,
I
Wind Waker
talked about
HD,
it with
yeah,
him.
Joey's
Wind
about-
Waker HD just came out. You have to
And
keep
and
seeing
don't yeah, and then you know the 3DS Zelda, even though it's not Toon Link, but most people consider
It's-
handheld Link
it's
Toon
Toon
Link.
Link.
You know,
Mhm.
and so like yeah, Joey was on the spot. I was like, I didn't as long as maybe if he's like Joey said the only good thing about Project M was the Toon Link that they changed him up.
Toon Link is great in Project M. He has different moves than Link now. He has fire
His
arrows
bomb,
to
he got a
represent
Jack
young
Cannon
Link.
now.
Yeah, he can throw bombs like a freaking mother effer.
And then they took out the Gale Boom boomerang though, didn't they? In Project M
For Link?
for regular
Link,
Link.
Yeah, yes they did.
I don't like that.
You don't like that?
No. The
But
boomerang,
Ocarina of Time, so it makes it better.
I know,
That's how
but
it
the
works.
Gale Boomerang is so much fun to use or to use against people because they
Yeah,
throw it
yeah.
at you, you dodge it, and you wind up an attack and you get glided back to
Yeah,
them.
I
And
know.
it's
Well,
so
right,
great.
you gotta think of it this way. We're good at the game, so we think like that. If
Most
it's
people don't
another,
think that.
when we first played that game, we were like, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe, but I mean,
Oh, I would be like, oh my god, Gale Boomerang from Twilight Princess. That's all I thought. Then I was like, hey, Phil rode the top of that thing, so I'll charge him the top. Or Phil's charging while he's coming in. You know what I mean? Like, then it becomes it's like what Ant said back in the original. It's like, back to the first thing. Yeah, we all know how to play, but it's like, we play a lot and we master the game. So it's like, yeah, you know what? Actually, if I cape turn, like, most people don't know you technically have 4 jumps. Like, the side B's kind of a little levitation,
it helps
causing
you.
you in the air. So it's like, I mean, like, Sheik wouldn't work because she has a stupid rope. But
well, that's a recovery on its own.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it's like, all right, if I'm Marth, right,
Yeah,
I
you
jump,
can grab
jump.
the ledge with it.
Yeah, if I jump, side B twice, move over a little bit, up B. Most people wouldn't think that, unless you play the game a lot and you're like, oh, wow, that actually works.
You know what I try to do sometimes with Mario's Flood? Like, I'll throw a fireball,
And then-
face the opposite direction, and
Like,
then use
I do
the
that with
flood to
Squirtle,
launch
I do that
me.
with
It
Squirtle.
doesn't work really, though. It's not
Squirrels
worth
is better. I guess Squirtle's like this big, so.
That might, and I sometimes do that with Samus too, but again, it's useless. Like,
Oh,
fire
the
a fully
missile?
charged
Oh,
blast
yeah.
the opposite direction. It's
Hey,
not worth it.
The thing is though, because then you have to wait a while before you actually jump. There's like that little pause, like you could feel it. Like it's hard to explain those 3-second delays, but it's like when you're playing, you're like, damn it, too late, and it was like just the blink of an eye. You know it because you play a lot.
Although with the magnetism to the ledge, like it's a little more. There's more
Rather-
leeway, Like, oh, I didn't quite make it, but that magnetism gave me the.
That was a good point that you said. Wind Waker HD just came out. It's like, oh shit, so they have to keep
Yeah.
Toon Link.
Yeah,
So-
and then Link Between
Like
Worlds.
Right.
things I've been thinking. Like one character I would take out is DDD. Like he was cool in Brawl. There's no reason to bring him back.
Yeah, we got Kirby, and if you want to bring back man, like Kirby's got a game coming out in
I was
January.
gonna say Kirby hasn't really been relevant up until.
Whoa, he was the king of the DS though. He had like 5 games on the DS.
Other than
and
that,
the DS is one of the most selling. But he's got a new game coming out
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah,
And he
so-
had those 2 when the Wii was dying down. He had 2 games, or Epic Yarn, which was crap, and then Return to Dreamland, which reminded me to give it to you at home. I haven't downloaded.
And all like DDD I would take out. I would take
Yeah,
out,
like we have Kirby. He's
You
fine.
either have to keep Game & Watch or Rob. Like it's 2 classics, but
I
you
think
don't
Rob's
need 2
gone. I've
classics.
heard
Yeah, I would.
because
think
Rob was
is
in
gone.
Mario Kart DS. That's why he was in it.
Do
He
you,
was the
do you
secret
understand?
character.
I guarantee you, a lot of people who are playing this game have no idea who Rob is or have no idea what.
Oh,
game
I had no idea who
Yeah,
Rob
me
is. I had to
neither.
do
Really?
I had
Oh,
to do
dude, how
research.
did you know? Remember we locked him on DS? Oh, you said
Right.
who was this? Robot?
Yeah,
What about-
he's in Mario Kart DS.
Even Game & Watch, like
Game & Watch, yeah, it was like
Whoa, Game & Watch
The
is awesome.
stage explained
No,
it a lot.
I mean the series. I love Game & Watch.
I mean,
I have it on my
I-
Game Boy.
The original Game Boy, yes.
Yeah, and then the Game & Watch 2, you get to use the Mario characters instead of the regular Game & Watch guys. I'm like,
I remember being little and all it was black and white and it was like, do you remember the trampoline thing that you had to move left
yeah,
and right?
the fire extinguisher trampoline game.
And I was like,
My favorite was
It's
the
so-
automobile.
it's so stupid, but then when I saw the character Game & Watch, I was like, oh yeah, I remember that game. Like,
Yeah.
but that's me being 24 and like...
Go-
Speaking, like, going off
Oh
of that,
no! Wait, one before you.
Yeah, go ahead, go
You
ahead,
said
go ahead.
something really smart to me as well. I'm like, why is Lucario in this game? He's like, it was the new Mewtwo because he was in like 3
Oh.
movies.
Yeah, 'cause he-
and we stopped
Lucario
watching
can
Pokemon
talk,
movies,
he
so we
does
didn't
sing.
really know. And
Now Lucario is not
In
not
the movies
legendary
anymore.
anymore.
yeah,
Because if you play Pokemon X or Y, you
just
get
get 'em.
multiple Lucarios. People have Lucarios.
Oh, but they showed a screenshot of the deer.
Uh-huh.
He's gonna be in the game.
but not playable like in the background of a Pokemon X.
I don't mind
series.
that. Yo, there's a lot of legendaries in a Pokeball, and it's really good, and they don't overpower them like Snorlax in the first game, which is
Immediately they were awesome. The legendaries did rock. But I was
Yeah.
gonna say was, you know what I like what they're doing too? The 3DS and the Wii ones have different stages to
That I
accompany
think is
it.
very cool, and I think they'd be smart to do like exclusive characters per.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. People, they should have some sort of bundled version for $90, just $10 less, because it's $40 for 3DS games and $60 for Red. So get $10 less and have some sort of exclusive code where you get like one character. Because there's definitely going to be DLC for this one.
Oh,
Nintendo's been doing DLC lately. Like Sonic Lost World has a Yoshi's story level.
Mhm.
They're having a Legend of Zelda level. I heard that might come out.
Mhm.
But it's like, you know what? Give something to the people. Reward them with both for now. Try to entice people to get a 3DS and that one. You know what I mean?
Of
Like, I'm
course.
just saying this as business wise.
Yeah,
But,
but, like,
I'm also saying as a fan, because 3DS is awesome too. You know?
Yeah.
Going off the Game & Watch thing about the levels and I played that game. His Final Smash in Brawl He turns into the octopus. Yeah, it's not that good.
Oh my god, the octopus.
But
Yeah.
exactly, that's
Yeah,
exactly how I felt because I remember how hard that damn octopus is in that freaking game.
Dude, you gotta do it on the hard mode.
when
You're like
freaking-
Wario. You're like,
I don't know if it's Kathy or Peach or whatever. Whoever wants the treasure and Mario has to go down and get it. Man, that octopus always got me on the way up. Okay, every single time. But it was a cool throwback. But all final smashes, would you keep the Smash Ball and whose would you switch?
oh, Smash Ball. You
Mario's
have to keep
right
all
off the
yours
bat.
as cool. And you gotta get rid of Mario's. It's the worst
You
thing
gotta
ever.
change it to make it better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they,
at
gotta
least,
make, they gotta make it bigger.
I got it. Here's what happens. He
He
powers
throws
up.
giant fireballs.
Yeah,
That's
no,
what I'm saying.
I got it. His gloves go red, and he grabs someone, they just melt, and it says fatality. And that's it.
You're playing the wrong game, bro.
So whoop.
Although I like where you're going.
Okay, I got it. And then Luigi freezes the floor again.
Now Luigi's green. He's like reptile.
Oh yeah, so he
so
spits
she
out
throws it
acid.
out and says, "Get over here."
Yeah. And then Luigi spits the acid and they just melt. Got it. New game. Gotta go cold.
I want to make one last point about Super Smash Bros. And I think we should jump to different topics. But
It's so good.
I know it's good with this whole like character thing. Like when they added assist trophies to Brawl, they removed the need to have certain characters, and I think it's
Like
very
Waluigi,
smart
we
on their
need them.
part. Yeah, like if they didn't want to
But
put
it's his characters blow.
huh.
They kind of blow.
Yeah, but the
Except
point is
for
like they're
the ones
still
you don't
there.
know.
Oh, okay, I get where you're going. And it's like, we don't need him because it's like, oh, Shadows, we want Shadow. It's like, well, you can get him
Well,
as an assist trophy.
yeah,
While
exactly.
It's kind of like, I know people are like, no, this doesn't really count. At the same time, I see where you're going. It's like, but they added this and they remembered your franchise. Like, some characters don't even
They-
have their franchise
They
in or
threw
just
them in
only
the game
assist
for as
trophies.
long as they're in the game.
Yeah, like those Animal Crossing. Well, now he's a character, but like Animal Crossing was mainly an assist trophy. Guys, like, oh, there's the Animal Crossing people. I don't know anything about, but
Yeah, me
yeah, I
neither.
see where you're going with that. I like that.
Like it's just a good way like it's a nod to fans. Like, oh yeah, like we didn't forget about you. Here's
Like that
Knuckles.
robot thing that shoots the lasers. I have no idea what that is, but I want to play it because it's all. Like, remember that it shoots like the missiles and it's the lasers, like it shoots those purple lasers at you and it jumps.
Not. I don't play with items.
Oh,
anymore
They have
'cause I'm a
the
pro.
okay. They also have the Advanced Wars. You know, the little tanks guys.
Did they really?
Yeah, you didn't know that. One
We
of the
should play with
assist
assist trophies on. We never play with items.
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
because
no.
we're so pro.
Play with items. Just too pro in this status right
Can
now.
we do that? Advance Wars? Like, I loved Advance Wars on
Yeah, but it's
Game
just
Boy Advance.
stupid
They
tanks in the
have
floor, and I'm
Andros,
like,
too.
oh, blah, blah.
Remember they have Androx.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Assist trophy.
have
That's cool.
the Super Nintendo Androids.
If you're gonna have characters with the same exact movesets, like Toon Link and Link, I think you should just have
one. Like,
yeah,
combination.
one character, but you could switch the costume. Like you could put Sonic in Shadow, but if you press Y 3 times, then it goes to Shadow.
Then why not just do an Ocarina of Time Link where, like, your alternate is just the small version?
Now,
Because Ocarina of Time wasn't the most recent game. They're changing.
well, they
Metro-
could do it again.
They're
with a
changing
re-release.
changing Samus to Metroid M Samus instead of Metroid.
Wait, other
Prime.
M Samus?
Yeah.
Well, just
Yeah,
a
right.
costume.
Swear.
Make her move.
It's
Okay,
costume,
okay.
But it's the
I
look.
was like,
Yeah, but, like, Link, you can
I should be
keep...
more worried. I like Samus.
yeah, but I like Samus the series.
But Link, you can keep the same moveset. He's just gonna have a different shield.
Now I was gonna
and, you
say
know,
they do
different-
that in Project
Yeah.
M though.
Use a...
Yeah, that's
They do that in Project M. You could be Melee Star Fox. I mean,
You could be like the version of that character with
Like-
that same moveset.
yeah,
Oh,
Dr.
okay.
Mario. Remember the Mario and Dr. Mario guys are
Right,
the
right.
same
Yeah,
thing.
that's what I'm talking about.
I was gonna
It's the
say,
same
no,
moveset.
I would rather say, look, we're in an advanced generation now, okay? That's that's not even a costume change. It's such a little change. Now, say what? Remember how Phil was talking about the Gale Boomerang?
Mhm.
Now, how about this? Go back to, like, let's say this is, like, Project M2 or Smash 4. Alright, we have Ocarina of Time Link, we have Twilight Princess Link. Ocarina of Time Link does not have the Gale Boomerang, but the Twilight Princess one, when you put that costume on, does. It's such a small change, it does not like you're coding a whole new character.
But you notice that because you're such a hardcore character.
No. Yeah, but I'm just saying
I
though.
wouldn't
But a
notice that.
developer would notice that as well because
Oh,
you know
of
he's
course.
putting his time into it.
Right, yeah.
So it's like, all right, so I'd rather be Twilight Princess. Like I like the boomerang. I like the claw shot better than the hook shot and not fire arrows. You know, it's like I like my ice arrows, which doesn't really do anything. It just makes the flame. But it's these small changes. It's like okay, we don't need to make a new character. We'll give them their own, like not their own moves, but we'll tweak the moves a little bit to adjust to per costume of the game. Get what I'm saying now?
Yeah.
It's not that big of a change. Like it's not like you're doing. Let's make Sonic and Shadow, but Shadow can teleport. You know, with
Right.
Chaos Control. With
He's got a
up B.
gun.
Yeah, he's got a gun. Oh god! Boom, boom, boom. Game over.
Very, very minute changes. Just
Yeah, like see, like look, if I'm Shadow and Sonic, like Joey said, like I'm not giving him up B teleports. His side B maybe is like him grinding or something like that. He's gonna be literally a clone of Sonic as a different costume. Just we're gonna make subtle changes in the thing. So his up B will be
His voice.
not. His
Right.
up B will not be the spring because Shadow is a new spring. Maybe it'll be like a fake homing attack thing. You know what I mean with the yellow light. His up B. You know,
Yeah.
little change like that. It's not like whoa.
it's what you're saying is it's not purely cosmetic. Like
Yeah, it's
with
not
Peach
Ned
and
Lucas.
Daisy's costume. You know?
No, that's cosmetic. Yeah.
The moveset is exactly the same. That's kind of why they didn't put Daisy in the game.
Yeah, but you don't need to because you can just switch the hair.
Exactly.
You know? But say there was Peach and Daisy, right?
Mhm.
And there's actual Daisy costumes, so you get the short hair and you are Daisy. Now maybe the slide A attack is her sliding from the soccer game, you know?
Mhm.
Like, because Peach is what again? Her forward A,
It's
dash
like
A.
a
Just
forward-
this.
Yeah,
it's
she
like
does
a
this.
bomb
So
thing.
Daisy does like a slide. If you're not making a new character, all right, Up B's an umbrella. Maybe just for what's his phrase, Daisy. Up B's just a regular kind of like one of those
Flowers.
sports moves things. Yeah, like flowers, like a flower umbrella. What changes did you make? Nothing. You literally
Just
just
the
put the
umbrella.
you just put flower instead of umbrella.
Yeah.
You know?
So,
I guess. I mean, I feel like some of that stuff, like, if you change the move itself, like you talk about the dash, like Peach's dash is like she slaps you with both hands. If you change Daisy's to like a sliding like baseball slide, you have to change the hitbox on that.
Okay, now how about
and like people will complain about that. Like you get complaints
But the
from
thing is, they're
hardcore.
getting like a second character, but it's not. It's not like whoa, they took their time, made
So why not
a
just
took a
make the
slot
same
out,
moves?
took someone out.
but I think that's how they justify the different characters. Like, maybe Peach runs and pushes you with her hands, but Daisy slides. It's the same motion,
But
same direction.
that's
but
a
it's like,
scumbag.
But
move
you have
from
to know.
developers,
You have
though.
to know that if say you're in a tournament and like this person chooses this character with a different costume, you have to know how to counter that. Like, okay, you're used to playing Peach. I'm not used to playing Peach with this new costume, and she does this weird dash attack. Like,
But
where the hell did that?
that's
It's
I
come
only
think that's
that
how
one
they-
costume though. It's not like every different costume is a different character with different moves.
But that's what I'm saying. That's how they justified
yeah.
making that one character into two. Like, you could have the same general moveset, but some things are tweaked. It's like,
And it's like, hey, we'll just make him a whole new character.
Like
that's
Fox
bull.
and Falco.
Or-
The A is different,
Well,
but
Fox
it's
and
the
Falcon,
same
those are
kit.
some of the best characters. You can't really compare.
Okay, they
them.
have a different reflector, but it's
reflector hitbox. Like,
Falco's up B is nowhere near as the range as Fox is.
yeah, but he could jump better, Falco.
Eh.
And remember Fox and Melee?
Yeah, he drops like
he
an
was
anvil.
training at 10 times gravity while everyone else was in normal.
Damn it, Kakarot! Oh shit.
yeah, but things to think about. You
yeah.
know?
But we're all getting Smash 4s. That's not like.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So again,
it's,
if I had to
it's
choose
only
between the two,
101%.
I'm getting
yeah.
the 3DS one first.
Yeah?
Yeah, so,
But
I can play it everywhere.
Speaking,
it's right there.
Speaking of 3DS, we started talking about it last week.
I can't
And
remember anymore.
You just got a Vita, right? For the first time.
2 weeks ago. Yeah.
But you were an early adopter of 3DS?
No.
Really?
Yeah, I knew there was going to be an XL. And there was nothing I wanted to play. With Street Fighter 4 and Pilot Wings, like, look, I want things all the time because I'm a greedy son of a bitch. But I'm also a smart consumer. Like I said, my PS3, I didn't get to a year later. My Xbox 360, I always had a profile. My brother was like one of the first people with 360s. You know, like I was really late to the online game. Like what till like last year, right? Like,
I
played,
guess.
live. Like, and I'm still rarely on it. It's like, look, there's things you want, but you gotta know how to spend money, right? You know, like it's cool. What was the 3DS original price? Is now it's 200. It's
I think it was
250,
like
right?
250, yeah.
Yeah. And you know, they cut it 100 and then the XL's 199,
Yeah, no, it's like
179,
$200.
you know. But it's like, look, am I gonna get this? Am I gonna spend it now? No, I do want it. It's like not like, oh, I'm not gonna get it now, so I'm never gonna get it. Like that's how it works for games, though. I feel
Yeah.
because if you don't get the game then, you're never gonna get it unless you go to the summer store and you go, holy shit, I wanted that game. I remember it now. You know.
So you've played both 3DS and Vita, right?
Yeah.
And I own both too.
Good man.
For me, I like the Vita better. I think it's such a better machine, and I feel like all they have to do is make a few key games, like the 3DS has a few key games that made it just fly off the shelves. I feel like the Vita, that's all it needs. It's like,
But Vita has like no support though.
but that's the thing. Like they're getting a lot of indie supports. Like great. Like I really don't care.
Yeah,
I don't care for indies, but like the one game I want them to make for Vita, and I think Nintendo is smart for doing this. They have Monster Hunter on 3DS, but it's like, why can't you just make a Monster Hunter for Vita? They
It's
had
made
it
for the Vita. It has two
right.
sticks.
They had one for the PSP, and I love that one. And it just
Freedom Unite, right?
yeah, whatever the hell that was. You know how hard it was to control that game?
I had it. I was like, I give up. I couldn't do it.
It was so hard, but like, if you imagine a Monster Hunter on the Vita, like that thing.
And
would
that's Japan's like
It would
that and Dragon Quest.
it would destroy in Japan.
Well, I only
Yeah, you
have
go first.
3DS, but I respect the Vita a lot because I can't afford it right now. I'm gonna get it. Don't get me wrong. But when the 3DS first came out, the thing I noticed, they made a lot of N64 games And put it on 3DS.
That was like the first thing.
Star
Exactly.
Fox, Super Mario.
Star Fox,
Ocarina
Ocarina of Time. Those two major 3DS ones I could think of. If we go back even further,
It's
Super
Pilot
Mario
Wings now.
64 went on the DS.
Yeah, but there's Pilot Wings for the 3DS.
Right,
you know,
right.
They attack N64 games first.
You
to
guys
get
know what
back
I'm
to-
talking
yeah.
about. And so, if I were to own a Vita and I saw Crash Bandicoot on that shelf, you know how fast I would buy
But you
Crash
don't.
Bandicoot.
Hold on. He's gonna tell you. You can.
Phil?
You can play Crash Bandicoot. You can play the first one.
Well, yeah, but the
You
thing
go
is, we own those, and you know, buying the same game again for a Vita. Are you gonna spend $250 to buy a game that you played 10 years ago, 15 years ago? You need something to justify get it.
I
Like,
spent $5 on Crash Bandicoot 1, 2, and 3 twice already.
No. What I'm trying to say is,
Are you
look,
gonna spend $200?
yeah, you're gonna spend $250 just to replay a game that you could replay A on your computer or B with the original disc.
Right.
Yeah, the emulators are a big.
So you mean
big
like
hit.
a new Crash Bandicoot?
Yeah,
which,
that's what I'm
which
talking about.
I'm reading. I don't know if you
Yeah.
you saw the history of Naughty Dog.
Oh, I've been reading them. I haven't finished the latest one
Oh,
yet.
you didn't.
No,
They're not making another Crash
Oh,
Bandicoot.
man.
Yeah,
Crash
it's okay.
Bandicoot's done. The way like they describe it and how the whole.
Well, they could try to make a new style.
It would
with
be a new
you know?
studio.
No, they don't need Crash anymore because Naughty Dog has such an appeal and name factor. They could probably churn out a new character and it'll be good.
But
They need to
no,
go back to the old Spyro.
But they can't. Insomniac sold that.
It became Skylanders. It was Spyro.
And they don't need it anymore. You said that last week. You
Yeah,
were so right.
they got rid of it. So it was like Spyro on the Skylanders, and I was like, oh wow, a Spyro game, and I loved the original Spyro on PlayStation.
Tonkin.
Like,
Yeah, we always love that.
but it was awesome. And then I saw Spyro again. I was like, oh cool, they're bringing Spyro back. And then he disappeared, and then it was like all the other characters that they made up. But like, how smart are they to bring back Spyro?
They literally bought Spyro. Activision bought him just to place him out, and then boom, Skylanders became a big thing. It's like,
And that, this is going to be a little off topic, but that kind of gaming, Skylanders, that's becoming a big kids thing right now.
it's so expensive though.
But
It
it's
is.
so genius. Think about it, man. Disney just did this. Do you guys?
Infinity.
Yeah. How smart is that, man?
I was talking
They're
to
selling
someone who
3
owns
at a
it.
time.
I was talking to a guy, like an older guy, like our age, who owns it, because he's like, I had to stop. He's like, you know how addicting it apparently it is?
Yo,
It's-
It's like Pokemon. You're collecting the
yeah, you
characters.
keep getting the thing. He's like, you spend like $20 on each thing.
Think about the categories you have in a business sale. You have the collectors who want to get all the figures. You have the players who want they want to play as much. You have the kids who don't really play the game but they want the figures.
Disney did something cool. They had a special only if you went to like
the
one of their
crystal clear one.
Yeah, the Mickey and Fantasia Mickey they
I
had.
didn't see
Somebody
that.
was selling that for like $250, and people were like, "Oh, I need it," because there was like 10 of them.
But
Yeah.
like, just to see the future of like where it possibly could go, and I don't. If Pokemon was smart, they would have did this like.
They did
10
it.
years.
They did it. Rumble Blast.
Oh yeah, exactly. What happened with that?
Yeah. See, nobody wanted because people also will be like, "Hey, we're just gonna get the new Pokemon.
So,
That'll be Rumble Blast."
Exactly.
Mhm.
Like, let's say I have it and you have it, right? And I have a character and he's like level 5 or whatever. That character is level 5 in the game.
Like
and
what? Really? That's how it works like that?
Yeah. So. Just think of how cool that is. So like this little Falcon, whatever, he's level 5.
Captain Falcon.
He's level 5, and I bring him over to your house. So now, in your same guy, he's level 1, but I put my guy on it. He's level 5 now in your game.
That's cool. Oh, in my games, my guy became
Yeah, that
level 5?
statue is
Like,
literally
this-
level 5
that
now.
statue itself is level
Oh,
5.
cool.
Yeah, I know, right?
So that is so smart, and
Yeah.
if Pokemon was smart, they would have something like that. Like, just imagine releasing 700 characters.
I think
like
no.
that.
My opinion, what Pokemon needs.
And
Before,
carrying
this is the last
Pokeballs.
thing before we have to go back to the very top. But the last thing I was gonna say, what
Yeah.
Pokemon needs. Anyone play Chrono Trigger?
Nope.
I remember it.
One of the best games of all time. The Dragon Ball Z artist did all the things.
Yeah.
But they have. It's kind of like you know how you choose your things in RPGs and it waits. It's like there's a mode where it's called active and you have to select your list and the enemies can attack you while you're choosing and try to do it special. So have Pokemon some sort of like pseudo action RPG style like that. So it's like now it's like whoa, it's like a TV show. Like they're calling commands and I'm calling commands at the same time. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, that would be awesome.
And we talked about I don't know, I don't remember
The
if it was-
3D one last week.
if it was on Mike, like they should have a fully 3D Pokemon for Nintendo Wii. Like, what are they doing? Like that would sell millions of Wii's in like 1 month.
You mean Wii U's?
Wii U's.
Yo,
But no, we have to go back to the topic.
all right, last thing though, but
I said last thing first.
going with the name Wii U is such a bad choice.
Oh, yeah.
Here we went over this.
We talked about this
Okay.
last time. It was
Yeah.
shitty
I'm only a
market-
guest.
It was shitty marketing.
Unlikely
That was
story.
bad.
But so back with the 3DS.
and Vita, like
Now you said main title things for Vita, and what we said was like, oh,
Like,
there's
you
Crash
pl-
Bandicoot.
you played Uncharted. Like, granted, that Uncharted on Vita is like pretty much a console version of Uncharted. It's like almost there.
Okay, yeah, it hits the point. Like, yes, I feel like
They threw in a couple gimmicks. Like you
yeah,
said.
only because it's Uncharted, and they had to like, hey, look what the Vita could do. But look, I was gonna say, a lot of people I've talked to who own both always say they love their Vita more. A lot of people tell me that Vita is literally the Wii U of handhelds. Okay,
Yes.
but the thing is, like, I love my Vita. I can't put it down. Maybe because of the trophy.
And you got it.
Yeah,
you
'cause
got
it's
it
white.
2 weeks ago. Right?
Yeah, and look, I'm also playing Link Between Worlds each time. I literally go hour Vita, hour this, hour that. I do a nice little trade off. And 2014 is the year Vita needs to make its comeback. It's because Nintendo's putting all their marbles on Wii U for 2014. Like, remember last year how we knew there were so many 3DS games coming out? We had Fire Emblem Awakening,
Right.
Luigi's Mansion 2, Pokemon. All this stuff came out this year. There's like nothing scheduled for next year. And now, this is the time where Vita should be coming out with that big game you're talking about. Because PSN is awesome, but people don't really look at the fact that, like, oh, I'm going to get PSN and get free games like Miami
it's
Vice
the-
City or something like that. So,
It's that wait and see approach. Like, oh, I you know, the whole PlayStation Plus thing.
like, I always knew I wanted it because I love Sony and I love their products. You know, I love their PSP.
Yeah.
And, like, a Monster Hunter would do well, Dragon Quest would do well.
I would buy a Monster Hunter like the first day because you know
A
it's
lot
gonna-
of people would. I remember I was at Comic-Con last year, Monster Hunter the 3DS was there. Just a line of people just, hey, I had to play it.
And I saw screens of it, and it's like, oh, okay. Imagine if that was on a Vita. It would like
Yeah.
look amazing, and
Mhm.
I don't know what happened with the licensing, why it went back to Nintendo or whatever.
No, I think they just, like, take turns. Like, it's Dragon Quest style. Oh, okay, it's
Uh-huh.
on Wii U, now it's on...
Let me
PlayStation.
ask you, if we all own a PSP.
Yeah, I do.
All right.
You ever played one?
What game do you remember that was a classic for the PSP?
Ooh.
Nothing except for Crisis Core and Birth by Sleep. Those are only two games.
I
And
remember-
those came out late.
All I remember is Daxter and Ratchet and Clank.
Yes,
Oh,
Daxter.
Daxter was
That was
cool.
that came
because
with
Jack
the
and Daxter
PSP. That was
was
like
cool.
that was like the first game. That was like I call that the Uncharted effect. I was like, oh god, no, put out your big series on the PSP so people.
But
could
Jack
get
and
it.
Daxter's retired right now. There's no way.
Yeah,
they're
there's
gonna
no
come
way.
back.
Their Lost Frontier was crap.
But
Right.
that Daxter game, I remember playing
That was a
it,
good game though.
and it was great. And it's
Yeah,
like,
it was cool, and it connected to the story. It connected.
Yeah,
to the
you're like,
story,
oh,
which
that's
made
how
it even
Daxter
better.
found Jack. You know.
Yep. That
Um,
was what made it so cool. But like that's the only thing I can think of. For my DS, I have plenty of games that I still replay. So right now, like
I got 3 Phoenix Wrights, both Mario and Luigi's. I got
Mhm.
freaking The World Ends With You.
right, the list goes on.
Yeah.
I can't really think of games for
4
my PSP,
Kirby's.
so that really hurt the Vita. Because if I buy my 3DS, I can recognize these titles and I
Oh,
want to
backwards
buy.
compatibility too on the 3DS. Don't forget that.
oh yeah. But see, I haven't played it yet, but like every review I read, Tearaway.
Oh yeah, it's $20 now.
Apparently, that's the game to get for the Vita, like because it
But-
showcases.
But
everything.
nobody bought it, and it's
Yeah.
now it's literally 50% off. That's the official price. Even on the PSN store, it says $17.99.
Yeah, and
I'm
it's
gonna go to GameStop buy it after this.
And it's such a shame because like if that game is made by the same guys that did Little Big Planet that everybody loved on PlayStation 3,
And I
it's
heard
like,
I heard LBP Vita is really good.
yeah, it's just like having the PS3 version
insane.
in your pocket,
Mhm.
and it's like if Tearaway is so innovative and so creative, and it's like. It could actually showcase what the system can do, and nobody actually cared.
But look at it. A lot of people also judge by face. I
Of
think
course.
80% is like, whoa, this looks lame. Look at that little green guy in the front. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, you're not gonna buy a game that says Tear Away and just be like.
But
know?
if you do something Monster Hunter, have a cool box art with a guy with a big sword and
Well,
like
Killzone Mercenary should have sold well. I've heard that's really good on the Vita.
I played a little bit of it. It's straight up first person shooter on your Vita. It's
That's
great.
really
I
cool.
keep hearing you say, "Oh, PS Vita is like having a PS3 in your pocket," and I agree 100%. And
Oh, yeah, it could play PS3 games.
Exactly.
And PS4
What
games.
I'm saying is like, this day and age, we have our old systems in our pockets. Like
Better than our old system.
Exactly.
That
On
could go
3DS,
GameCube, you said that.
like, just think when you were playing your N64 and you always used to go like, oh man, I wish I could play and leave. I gotta go somewhere.
Yeah.
Now, literally, they made games so you can play it. These old classic games are in your hand.
San
You can't-
Andreas just came out for iPad. Remember when it came out for PlayStation 2 and it was
exactly. Okay, and everyone's gonna get that. That's why I think it's such a good idea that Nintendo is doing Smash Bros. Wii U and Smash Bros. 3DS. Because not only is it gonna sell a 3DS and a Wii U, but everyone can carry it around, and you can play people while you're in the car with the same exact game.
Oh yeah, because now they have the connected accounts, so the Nintendo Network ID is the same.
And it's not a different game. It's the same buttons. It's the same this. It's the same that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like PSV needs to find something that's gonna hook everybody in.
But
And it wasn't really advertised that well. I don't really know.
Yeah, he didn't even know because he literally I was playing it and he's like, "It could do that? That's awesome!" Like
But to your point, I think Sony really understands that, and that's why they pushed remote play so hard with the PlayStation 4 with the Vita. And I have a PlayStation 4 and I tried it. It blows your fucking mind. Like I'm sitting.
Perfect. Yeah, it's better than the PS3. PS3 is laggy. PS4 is like, hey, here's a PS4 right here.
Imagine you want to watch TV, right? So you have the TV up, and then you want to play some Assassin's Creed or whatever, and you could just play, and like the TV's on. Like
Wii U gamepad.
Yeah.
Well, whatever.
True.
But
no, I agree.
But that's the thing. Like next year, we don't know what's coming out for PlayStation Vita, which is kind of scary.
No, we don't know what's coming with the 3DS. Oh yeah, neither Vita.
Even Vita. Like,
yeah, but Vita, this is the time because Nintendo's putting all their marbles on Wii U
I feel
for
like
2014.
if they don't have that one thing this year or announce or whatever, if they don't have anything in 2014, I think the Vita is gonna just die out.
It's gonna get PSP GameCubes. They're like, oh, only the cool core people have it. And
No, but like I mean, it's gonna die out, and I think Sony's just not gonna
I'll
try.
have to do handheld anymore.
Yeah. That's honestly.
I think Vita actually is it. It literally is gonna be it until like PS6.
I think so too. So like you have 2014 and then 2015. If nothing happens 2014 that actually moves those units off the shelves, I think Sony's done with the handheld. They'll just give up and be like, okay, we tried.
We'll just give out like occasionally, like random games again.
The reason
They'll
I'm
just-
disappointed about what I said about advertisement is I can remember all the PS moves. All those commercials. Those are great commercials. They were
Marcus
hilarious.
PS move, the black game.
I
guess it's funny. I
know.
still
Remember
that too.
the best PS move commercial I can remember.
Oh, PS Move.
Yes.
The one.
When he goes, no more boxing like this, and he just shuffles his hand, and,
Oh,
and like they
yeah.
show it.
And then
It was so
lasers.
cool. But no one bought
Kevin
the PS
Butler.
Move because it wasn't like
It was lame.
exactly. It was lame, but I wanted to buy it because of those commercials for the PS Vita.
I honestly don't even remember seeing a PlayStation Vita commercial. Like I watched.
I
TV
don't
a
think
lot.
I've seen one yet.
Exactly.
No, I saw one for MLB The Show, not for Vita.
Oh yeah, remember when they did?
He went to the Chicago Cubs game, but I was like, whoa, I want a Vita for that. But I was like, oh yeah, this is for the show, really.
But as of right now, I think they just need that one big title.
Like
what
when
about
Brady
cross
just
save? You know how my mind is blown from slide 4? Oh yeah, put it in. I'm just gonna cross save. Not at home, but it continues from the save from my house onto my Vita, and it's just like, oh yeah, that is where I left off.
But that the whole idea between cross buy and cross save that more games are slowly doing it. That's smart too.
All PS4 games are crossplay, right? That's what I've heard.
Remote play.
Yeah, that's it. Remote play, but damn it, crossplay is better. But
Yeah, but
one thing like that Nintendo just did, they hired Wayne Brady.
Yeah,
yeah.
Those commercials are so funny.
He got
Wayne
Wayne
to
Brady.
see any of them.
Yeah, we'll watch it.
We'll show you. It's for Wii U Party.
He got Wayne Brady the Street Pass. That's that's what makes the 3DS also too.
oh yeah, I saw that online.
Yeah.
Is it really him?
Yeah, it's him.
Yeah, it really is. He got him.
I didn't get a Street Pass. It was Spot Pass, but it's
He wears
literally
a chain,
Wayne
right?
Brady.
He had the chain on.
No.
Oh.
He just sparkles and says something.
Oh, but that's what Wayne Brady does in real life, anyway.
Yeah.
My point here is for Wii U Party, like they have Wayne Brady selling it. Not only it's like so if you gotta think about it really hard. One, they're selling Wii U. Okay, Wayne Brady's playing it. Everyone loves Wayne Brady. Two, they're selling Wii U Party.
Is that fact?
It is a fact. How do you meet someone and go Wayne Brady? It's like Wayne
Ryan
Brady.
Gumble look like Malcolm X.
So they put him with Wii U Party. In his commercials, he shows how cool the Wii U is because he
has
just
3 commercials.
exactly he plays it just by the Wii U by itself, and he plays it with his friend on the TV. Not only that,
And then he does 2-player mode also.
right.
He does 1, 2, and 4-player mode.
So what I'm saying is they made Mario Party for the 3DS. I didn't see anything for the Wii U. So this Wii U Party, I'm looking at the commercial. It looks exactly like Mario Party, but with your Mii character. Great family game.
But nobody
If they're
likes
not
it unless
into
it's not Mario Party. Mario Party's a name game.
I understand, but if their parents don't really want to play Mario Party,
And it
if
comes with a
they're in the
controller.
game and they're doing the activity,
It
hey,
personalizes
maybe it'll
it.
sell.
It comes with a controller.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the
So
best
you
thing
pay
about it, too.
$50 and you get a game and a controller.
Exactly. So it's such a big. I feel like this is a family thing, and they're gonna sell consoles.
Now, I wanted to say two things. I wanted Phil to say something, but I wanted to say one thing after. I wanted you to see how you felt about the handheld thing, because you don't really use
Yeah, you
handheld.
never played anything
But-
handheld, right?
But before we get Phil's opinion, I wanted to ask, you know how Vita has 3DS has Street Pass, and that's amazing. Everybody loves Street Pass.
Right.
Vita has that live near thing.
Oh,
It's
near.
awful.
Nobody uses it.
I don't get it. I don't get it. I press it
It
all
doesn't
the
even
time.
sound good. Just hearing that near.
Like, I press it all the time. It's like, you traveled like 2 kilometers today. I'm like, okay, you're lucky I'm a jive and learned what kilometers are. But I'm like, you got a game good. I don't own these games. Okay, and who's playing near me? Somebody give me Uncharted gifts. Oh, nobody. And I don't understand this.
Greedy
so,
bastards.
Yeah, so I'm like, I don't get it.
But that, I think, is just a reaction to the Street Pass.
Oh, so they just put it out just to do it?
Absolutely. But,
Okay.
for people who are playing the Vita, they don't care about that. I just want a console quality game that I can play in the
That's
backseat.
what it is, though. You get those kind of things.
I want a console
I'm
quality
playing
game.
PS2, basically. PS2, PS3 right now.
Right, in the backseat of my car. That's
Yeah.
what I want. So.
Does
Alright,
Vita?
Phil, go.
Sorry, go ahead.
So we're running low on time. So
Alright.
quick. What we were talking about earlier.
No,
we weren't
tell-
even talking about.
Tell how you feel about handheld things.
Handhelds are good. I've the only handheld I've ever touched was a Game Boy Advance years ago.
SP or regular?
I don't
thought it
even
was SP.
remember.
I thought it was gonna
I
say
have no
the
idea.
wide
Don't even
one, the
remember.
blue one.
The
Advance.
No, that's
I
regular
had this
GBA.
big
That's
red one.
fun
It said Target on it though for some reason. It didn't even say Nintendo, it's just Target. And I only played like a Spider-Man game on that, which I enjoyed. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, wait.
It may have been the
Oh, no, I thought you
Amazing
played
Side-
Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2
No, no,
and
no,
you
no,
get
no, no,
Spider-Man
no,
in it.
But there's one thing I did want to talk about. You guys have heard about this new thing, Hyrule Warriors, right? It's like Legend of Zelda meets like freaking
Dynasty Warriors, Gundams.
It's like you basically just go around as Link and villagers and like attack like the enemies in Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, our friends asked me about it. I was like, yeah, you know why? Like, we were talking before, I was telling Ann, I think Dynasty Warriors is just empty. It's just an empty game. Like, me and Joey played it, like, the Gundam ones a few times.
It is.
And it's just like, you're just constantly doing the same thing. Like, you'll like it 2 weeks, hate it for the next 3 months, like it again for a week, hate it again. But the thing, it's, using the Zelda name,
It's
so
pure
good.
marketing. It's just to sell Wii U's. Like, the game could be, like, mediocre, but people are still going to buy it.
The coolest thing, I saw Link throw the multiple bombs from one of his things. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
whoa, Link uses his boomerang and Master Sword, Whoa.
But if you look at the game, it looks like a tech demo. So
It
like
did look like a demo.
So I don't think they're
It's even close to being ready.
No.
I think it's probably be like summer, just to hold the people off. What I see from it, how's the multiplayer going to be induced? Is it going to be like the same like
Probably.
Dynasty Warriors? And it's like, who the hell are the other characters then? It's like, am I going to be Ganon and Link? Back to back, side to side, this action side-scrolling adventure with the Arbiter in Chief. Wow!
You're probably just gonna be Link, because if you actually see his outfit, he's got like a
He's got a different outfit, huh?
yeah, he's got
So 4 links, like 4 sword style. Green,
Something.
red, blue, purple.
because like he's got the green tunic, but then he's got a blue scarf on. So like that blue scarf is supposed to
Fashionable Link.
be yes, and he has like blue gauntlet.
I thought those were supposed to be the silver gauntlet so he could lift. I could feel like I could lift the gauntlet. I can lift a Gor. I feel like I can lift a Goron. And that's what it says. It says you feel like you can do it. Then you actually
See,
do it.
I didn't
though.
play that far into the game, so I don't know.
Wait, it's funny because you like when you get the gold or
I
silver
feel like I
gauntlet.
can lift a Goron.
Yeah, it tells you in your description, it's like, you feel like you can lift a statue, and then you actually do it, but it's funny how you feel like doing it with these new gloves on.
But the way they made the game look is like Link is fighting on behalf of Hyrule, so like Hyrule the color's blue and like
I think it's
stuff.
just good for Nintendo. I think it's just because it's like,
Oh,
hey, just
100%.
put Zelda out for other people, and, I can play Zelda in this new type of style thingy.
It's just to hold them off until they have a legitimate
Super Smash Brothers.
Mario Kart 8
Oh
also.
man,
a
yo,
legitimate Zelda game. It just made because next Zelda game
Zelda's overrated. I've come to learn that term.
2015. I think you'll see the next Zelda. Like E3, they'll probably like mention something or.
I heard they
2015
kept
show.
saying they could show the demos.
I
everywhere.
guarantee you next year you'll see something and then it'll be the following year. But it's just to hold people like here's your stupid Zelda. Hold on. And I'm
Yeah, here, play with this, monkeys.
Right.
yeah. Did you tell Phil about the GameStop on Black Friday?
No, I didn't tell him.
What happened?
Oh, okay. So we're waiting in line because PS Plus was $20 and Xbox Live for 3 months was $15. So we're just waiting online and all the demos playing GameStop and this guy looks over at the Wii U one. He's like,
It's Smash Bros. Demo came out.
yeah. He's like, oh man, that's the only reason why you should buy a Wii U, Smash Bros. And I go, excuse me, sir. Have you played Super Mario 3D World? Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you think of it? Oh, it was okay. Oh, it was a 10 out of 10 game. And I just named a whole bunch, and we just went off on
Wii U games. These games.
And we're like, have you played this? Have you played that? No. Oh, well, those games are great. So why do you think the Wii U is bad? Oh, I don't like the gamepad. You can use the Wiimote. I don't like that either. There's a Pro controller right there. That's just like any other system. And he turns around, and because the cashier says, "Can I help you?" He doesn't turn back around.
That's why I told Ammp. People
think
they use the
these
gamepad.
people are uninformed.
We talked about this a little bit in the last podcast.
Uh-huh.
Like we were saying, like you could use the Wii U for the games you want to play. You could use the gamepad. You could use the Nintendo, the Wii
And the
Remote.
gamepad's pretty nice.
I've held it. It's pretty good. But if you want to play like Call of Duty or anything on it, just buy the Pro controller, and it's essentially the same thing as if you're playing on the Xbox or PS3 or 4 or whatever.
But people don't know, like,
it's just the marketing. Nintendo's really bad with their marketing.
Yeah, the last Nintendo things I remember is the Wii commercials, and I like them. You know,
the Wii
two Asian guys would knock on your door, and they go, "Will you play with us?" And then they have a bunch of fun playing Wii.
I don't even
and
remember
they leave.
that.
What? That was awesome.
They bow down with the Wii remote, and they go, "Will you play with us?"
Very dishonorable.
They lost, he took the Wiimote.
Yes, commit seppuku with the Wiimote.
I let's end with that. We'll all just do it right now, and that's how the podcast ends.
Well, we are running out of time. So, does anybody want to mention anything quickly? Or
Mario Kart 8 soon. Mario Kart 8.
Mario Kart 8, okay.
Kirby. Kirby might be a Mario Kart 8. They might be the special character they're adding.
Oh, yeah, because of the trailer, like he was there in the beginning.
Who's special
That's
character
cool,
in Mario Kart 7?
What?
Rob?
Funky Kong.
Funky Kong. That's pretty
Mario
cool.
Kart 7?
Funky Kong?
Mario Kart 7 was Metal Mario.
Metal Mario.
Yeah.
That's a lot
And
of Mario
Lakitu.
Karts.
Those were the two specials. There was new Wiggler, Lakitu, and Metal Mario.
Yeah.
Oh, and Rosalie.
Rosalie.
She wasn't in
Yeah, she was. She was in 7.
You guys can argue about this afterwards.
Whatever.
Open your 3DS right now. Open a Mood
No problem,
Podcast.
anytime.
You playing a game?
Shut up! I'm closing out!
Then go, he's about to check it. So
No,
I'm right.
you're gonna tell you
Okay, anyway, guys, thanks
She
for
does.
listening to the Ammp podcast. Mike's over here. You can find him on youtube.com/Legend of Mike and Bill.
Or Troy Fullbuster.
Or Troy Fullbuster on Twitch. You can find me on youtube.com/MerkEnPhil. Joey, you
I'll
got
be
a
on
YouTube.
Twitch soon. I'm gonna buy a streaming thingy
Oh, you have to purchase one?
from Michael.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, you mean like a device to
No,
stream?
he just go and halves you. I mean, it's like he could just take it to college. So
Cool,
I
but
could
you
get my
have
own.
YouTube, right? You have Joey Troey is your thing?
Yeah, that's
okay, check him out on Joey Troey. And Anthony's the odd man out because he's not cool like us and
He's
doesn't have,
2K
he doesn't
in.
have a YouTube channel.
Not
Not anymore.
He's an adult.
So yeah, that's the Ammp podcast, guys. Thanks again for listening, and we'll catch you next time.
Bye.